Welcome to another episode of In My Closet. Hello, everyone. If you don't already know, I am in college. I just got done with 2 classes today, one virtual and one one in class. And bro, I cannot tell you, I was so bad at today. I was trying so hard not to fall asleep during the lecture. I was genuinely trying my best. Like, that's the best I can work with right now. Okay, how are we all doing today, chat? How are y'all doing? Fine. Thursday. I've been working on the mail club, and today's topic is, drumroll please, motivation. The sleepiest episode, and we're talking about motivation today. So let's get started. I've been working on the mail club for about, I want to say like 5 months already. I've been planning it for a while. If I'm gonna be honest, it's one of my favorite projects like ever. I love like scrapbooking. I love pen paling. I love organization. It is so synchronized core. And I will be turning that into a meme. On my deathbed, it would become like a little trend. I would love to figure out what is Sacred Highness Core. There's like a genre I think Sacred Highness Core falls. It's like whimsical, twee, and like a little bit of grunge. You gotta see my vision on that one. Motivation is what even is motivation? It's just like wanting to do something. Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of motivation, as you can tell by my 20 side quests I do every other week. I feel like I have 20 things in my life going on. I'm printing stickers, which, by the way, it was such a tough process to find like a Cricut on campus. I had to like manually schedule it, so it's because I couldn't bring my Cricut to college. I was scared it would get like broken in like during the fight or lost, and I did not want to risk that. So it's staying at home until I could actually figure out a way to like use it. However, I've been using the campus Cricut, and I'm trying my best to make the stickers as quickly as possible for the sticker launch. Hopefully this Saturday. I'm trying to launch it as soon as possible for the April mail club, which I'm a little stupid. So this is why we learn things. This is this learning process of just like what times I'm going to start the mail club. So I'm just going to start it at like the end of each month. There's like the subscription's open. I did not want to pay, I'm so sorry, I did not want to pay $40 a month. I'm going to have to budget on that because for Shopify subscriptions, we're just going to have to use Patreon for now. And then as time goes on and more people like the mail club idea, then we'll switch on to actual Shopify subscriptions. But for me, it's easier to keep track of Patreon subscriptions, and it's more easier with the interface and communication with that. Anyways, I keep getting off topic with motivation. People have been asking me this a lot. I think since even the beginning of the channel of like what keeps me motivated. I genuinely do think it's just like for the love of the game. And I know that's such like a bullshit way of like starting this episode, but like I truly believe it's because of black magic and what it represents to me. It's very comforting. I think one time, a long time ago, someone messaged me over Twitter, and they were just like, my motivation is low frequently based off just like my audience. I feel like I would not be where I am without my audience, which is such a cliche way of like saying things. But genuinely it is, because without my audience, I genuinely just would not have been motivated to work on black magic fully, to bring it up to its potential. And also motivated by hate comments, which is like out of spite, which is probably not a healthy way to deal with like a lot of stuff, but it's how I cope. So, you know, if it works, it works really. But I currently I haven't had a lot of hate comments recently. I think I've only had like a few that I could remember. I've tried to not look at them as often, because when I used to a lot when I was like 16, it was horrible for like my mental health, and it allowed me to go on this path of just like self-love in high quotations, but in a sense where I realized how I was handling my platform, and I was just like, I am not that kind of person that would just like be mean for no fucking reason. Like I don't have that in my soul, which is like another weird thing to like, I guess, say, but it's just like, it's genuine. I felt very out of place with my platform because I think I blew up too young, and I'm so grateful I didn't have like a fucking birdie moment and then immediately just started going like batshit insane, which is like, I know they had like a different circumstance, but like still, like just like, I'm glad I didn't like hurt myself online, which is like, it's horrible. And genuinely just motivating is my audience and how like Black magic could be viewed in the future. Black magic could literally be a visual novel, because I'm currently working on that. Even though I don't post updates because I'm scared that like people won't like the updates. So it's like the thing Forest Grove. I had 3 chapters written out, but like I hated the introduction and I just felt like it didn't flow. So I'm rewriting it right now of just like with a more fleshed out storyline, because it felt too Ready Player One. If that's the movie, I forgot what it's called, but it just felt too meta, and I wanted to really work on it. I am a person of like talents. I wear many hats. I cannot animate. That's literally the one thing I cannot fucking do is fucking animate. I can do everything else but animate. It's just like it's literally a fucking like I cannot animate. I've tried. I tried to tween. I tried to frame by frame. I cannot animate. It is detrimental that I cannot animate. I applaud anyone who can animate. I just can't. I physically just cannot. I can illustrate, but I just cannot animate. I think I'm just very unmotivated to animate, which is so funny to say, but it's just like I'm just very, very, very so much unmotivated by the stuff in my life. And well, I guess my life is good. My life is good in retrospect. My life is pretty good. Like I have an audience. I have someone's dream life right now, and I'm so grateful for it. But sometimes I get the feeling that like I don't deserve it or someone else. Like I think Jane Animations talked about this with like imposter syndrome, but like sometimes I feel like I don't deserve my place and like I should just give it to someone else. But like sometimes I also think that I did deserve this, and I have stayed up a lot of hours working on this project, skimming through Black magic documents I made myself and like fixing any errors or staying like late nights up working on the wiki. Like I have deserved that one peaceful moment to myself where I calm down, but I physically just cannot. Sometimes I burn out, and this is something I don't really talk about a lot, or maybe I do, I don't even know, but I burn out a lot. I'm a very sick person, so like when I get sick, I am horrible. Like I cannot get up, which is very often I get very sick or get food poisoning, and it's generally a problem. I gotta stop going out to eat. But I had this horrible moment in my life. I think it was 2023 when I had that weird art style phase where I just could not seem to draw anything right. And this one comment, I think I drew Maida, and someone said she looked like E.T., which is so funny in retrospect. But like I took that really hard because I think I just turned like 16, and I took it really hard because I was just like, I was in that phase in my life where I just didn't like my art style or didn't like anything, and that kind of motivated me to actually work on my art style. Because if I'm gonna be honest, I literally I hated my art style. I hated everything about. I think I was just going through a phase. I literally was just going through a phase. I hated everything. I wanted to stop creating because of that bad. Oh, speaking of the fucking bad webcomics wiki, they recently updated it, and they read the new webtoon, and they said the art style has improved, but the story is still shit. You know what? I'll take what I can get, as long as it's not shitty art style and shitty comic, I guess. But I agree somewhat, but not really. But I don't know. It's just a concept, the bad web comics wiki, just hating on like an artist that literally is not homophobic, transphobic, racist, like a pedophile, like, but you choose the 6-year-old artist that literally has done nothing wrong besides maybe crash out a few times, which is like crazy. Like there's actual pedophiles they've like critiqued and reviewed with better reciprocity than they have me. So like, okay, whatever, bro, but like whatever. And I don't know. That's just a weird double standard, I think. And I don't know. I feel like you might be thinking, how do I make a comic? How did you start a comic, Sacred Hinds? Let's go back to the great old days of Miss Pink Pastel. Bring up any memories? Miss Pink Pastel, she was a bitch. She was a bitch, bro. So the 5 Warriors, based off my friend group in like 2018. This is 2020. The comic is new. It is so shit. There's no story, no plot line. It is, you can probably find it on like my original Instagram, but like it is an ass storyline. There's no direction. The characters are one-dimensional, and it's horrible. It's a bad comic. Like I will say, it's a bad comic, and I was motivated by the fact that I just liked the story. I liked the characters. I think that's like the kind of motivation you only get when you're whimsical and you just like the media that you draw. I think people really think that like I watched a lot of Lavender Town videos. She was very helpful when it came to like actually creating the comic, and I actually was a big fan of hers. Well, I still am technically, but I watch her less often because I'm in college. But she was in college when she was making Unfamiliar, and now it's like a full-fledged like comic. So that's really cool. And like she did signings and stuff. It was amazing, and that's like the kind of life I kind of want. Just the chance to like draw my art and people like it, and I like it, and that's just the dream life. I would love to have that kind of life where I just sign Black Magic books or autographs. Like, that'd be so sick. I need to make Black Magic into a book. I feel like I'm more of a writer than a comic book artist. I think I would have to hire someone to actually write out dialogue for the comic, because I'm more of just like an author. Like I know there is a difference between a book and like a comic novel, a graphic novel. Someone said oh my God, I had a friend who said a graphic novel was about horror, and it's like technically, but it's just like it's still a comic. A graphic novel, a graphic is just like art. It's a design, graphic design. For me, I haven't been motivated a lot to do a lot of things, honestly. I think college has really been bumming me out. And I used to be this creator that made an animatic a day, but it really wasn't an animatic. It was just 20-second long like illustrations. Let's put it into QCut Pro and put some music behind it. I don't know. I think I like what I make now, which is like full-fledged animatics that actually have like volume to them. I think it really, I don't know. I think it's better for me. And I get it. It's better to make short form, long content. And I believe that era of like my prime or whatever, or my peak, which I think I'm still in my prime. Or like that peak I had where I just drew animatics daily. But it's just like, I would rather just have longer animatics now that really tell the story instead of just 5-second long or 20-second long short animatics that tell like 1/5 of the story I'm trying to do. And I still do the 20-second. Like, it's going to happen. But I'm trying to do more longer form content so people actually know the story. And I guess you can... Actually, no. Someone told me a long time ago that they were surprised that I was able to talk about a story in just a 20-second clip. And wow, that is really cool. It left a lot of people confused as well. So... I would have to explain it in the comments, or people would just have to get it from other commenters. And I recognize a lot of people. It's actually so weird seeing, I think it is a great motivator to see how many people have stuck along for so long. I've seen people say 2021, 2020, 2019, which is absolutely insane. And like all these years. And it's just like, it's so beautiful how long a creator has been online. I've been online since 2020, which is 6 years and a few months, which is absolutely insane. And we might be doing an anniversary for it. Definitely something for the 7, because 7 is my lucky number. But what's it called? I haven't lost motivation. I don't think I'm gonna lose motivation for a long time. You will definitely see it if I lose motivation. If I just stop uploading, absolutely. If I disappear off the internet, then you'll probably find me at an art fair somewhere, or at your local law office or whatever, right? That's my second option, become a lawyer or whatever, or a business owner, like an actual. But I haven't really lived in a sense. I've only started really living since I was, I guess it was when I was 14 when I made that fan art. Another motivator in my life is being successful. And I know that's such a weird term to put it as, but like being successful in the terms of just like how I view myself. Being successful monetarily. And I get it. Don't do things for money, because it will make you very like not complex and one-dimensional and very vain. I understand that. However, I come from a place from a low income, which is, and when I was younger, I opened a Redbubble account and I made a grand profit of $13. And I think I sold like 20. For reference, my first week, I think it was the original shop, the first week made about $1,000 just from the first week alone. And that jump really motivated me to see like these people like my stuff. People like my content. Because originally when I was younger, when I made the Rose Palace, my first comic, my first storyline I've ever published online, I guess the 5 words don't really count because it's not really a story. I was so motivated because I was just like, that had never happened to me. I had an audience and I had craved one, yearned for one for so long, because the Rose Palace was genuinely like my favorite thing ever. It was my magnum opus. I put so much effort into it. I had so many like ideas for it. And I finally had an audience for it. That was beautiful. I had never had an audience before. Before that, it was mostly just my friends tuning in. And I would say the first weeks of the channel, and especially the few months afterwards before the I Won't Say I'm in Love animatic, I had people watching me. I had people liking my content. I had people buying my stuff. That was fucking crazy. I had big YouTubers looking at my stuff and being inspired. Katrincy liked my stuff. She has been my childhood favorite artist. Anna Pansy Rennery. These people, Lydia the Bar, these people I had looked up to. And they liked me as well. That was absolutely insane. Skyblob liked my content, and I was so happy. I, in my head, had peaked. And I'm still in that kind of era of my life where I'm just still young and I'm still learning. And that's my greatest motivator, to learn, to grow. I love discovering new things. That's what makes me me, technically. I love to think about random shit. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to another Sacred Times of Ramble. I'm sorry if I keep going off topic on and again. It's genuinely an issue, and I swear I will be fixing it later on. Thank you for another great episode, and I'll see you guys hopefully next time. Bye.